Good morning, children. Welcome, children, for the second session of Chapter 2 Nutrition in Animals. Here we will see what you remember. So, do you remember milk teeth and permanent teeth? Do you remember about falling off your teeth some years ago? The first set of teeth grows during infancy and then they fall off at the age between 6 to 8 years. These are termed milk teeth. The second set that replaces them are the permanent teeth. The permanent teeth may last throughout life or fall off during old age. Next we will see activity 2 to observe the types and number of teeth. Look into a mirror, use the index finger and feel the teeth. Count the number of incisors, canines, premolars and molars. Record your observations in the table below. So you are going to enter in your fair notebook. Type of teeth, you are going to see incisors, number of teeth, upper jaw and lower jaw, and then find the total. Canines, upper jaw, lower jaw, and then find the total. Premolars and molars, upper jaw, lower jaw, and then total. So this activity you can try yourself at home. Next you are going to see tooth decay, sweets and tooth decay. Normally bacteria are present in our mouth but they are not harmful to us. However, if you do not clean our teeth and mouth after eating, many harmful bacteria also begin to live and grow in it. These bacteria break down the sugars present from the leftover food and release acids. The acids gradually damage the teeth. This is called tooth decay. Now, if it is not treated in time, it causes severe toothache and in extreme cases results in tooth loss. Chocolates, sweets, cold drinks and other sugar products are the major culprits of tooth decay. Therefore, one should clean the teeth with brush or dantun and dental floss, a special strong thread which is moved between two teeth to take out trapped food particles at least twice a day and rinse the mouth after every meal. Also, one should not put dirty fingers or any unwashed object in the mouth. Next we will see digestion in grass-eating animals. So they are called as ruminants. Grass-eating animals are called as ruminants. Like cows and buffaloes quickly swallow the grass and store it in a separate part of the stomach called rumen. Here the food is partly digested and is called curd. Then the curd is brought back to the mouth in small lumps and chewed. This process is called rumination. The chewed food then passes into a sac-like structure between the small intestine and large intestine. The cellulose in the grass is digested with the help of some bacteria. So, the stomach of the grass-eating animal is different from human beings. So, their process of digestion is different because cellulose is a complex glucose which need to be broken down into simpler form. Therefore, they have a different type of stomach. Now, diarrhea. We need to study diarrhea because across the globe every year it causes many deaths if it is not treated on time. So, here we will see diarrhea. Sometime you may have experienced the need to pass watery stool frequently. This condition is known as diarrhea. It may be caused by an infection, food poisoning or indigestion. It is very common in India, particularly among children. Under severe conditions, it can be fatal. Fatal is because of the excessive loss of water and salts from the body. Diarrhea should not be neglected. Even before a doctor is consulted, the patient should be given plenty of boiled and cool water with a pinch of salt and sugar dissolved in it. So this solution one can prepare at home. If don't have ORS solution at home, which you can get it from the market. If it is not available, it can be prepared at home. This is called as oral rehydration solution, that is ORS. Now we will see feeding and digestion in amoeba. Amoeba is a unicellular organism. So the digestion process in unicellular organism will be different from the multicellular organism. So let us see what is the difference. Amoeba is a single cell organism found in pond water. The cell has a cell membrane, cytoplasm and a nucleus. The cytoplasm has many bubble-like vacuoles. The cell has finger-like projections called pseudopodia or false feet. Means it looks like feet but they are false feet with the help which it moves and capture food. When amoeba comes near food particle, pseudopodia is produced around the food particle. The food particle is trapped in a food vacuole. In the food vacuole, the food is digested by digestive enzymes and absorbed. The undigested waste is then sent out by the vacuum. So over here you can see each step of digestion in the diagram which we have described just now. So here we can see the diagram of amoeba and its various parts as well as the process of digestion where you can make out each and every step of digestion. So next we will go for activity 3, effect of saliva on starch. Take 2 test tubes. In one test tube, put some boiled rice. In the other test tube, put some boiled rice after chewing for 5 minutes. So after 3 to 5 minutes chewing, you are going to put that boiled rice. Add some water to both the test tube. Then pour 2 to 3 drops of iodine solution in each test tube. The boiled rice turns blue-black due to presence of starch. The chewed rice does not turn blue-black because the saliva converted the starch into sugar. So iodine gives the taste in the presence of starch, where if starch is absent, it will not give blue-black color. So this is a test for starch. So next we will go for activity 4 to determine the different taste regions of the tongue. So over here you can see the diagram. Here in this diagram you can see a tongue with different region for sweet, salty, sour and bitter. Here you will prepare solutions of sugar, common salt, lemon juice and juice of crushed neem leaves or bitter gourd. Use a clean toothpick and put each solution one by one on different area of the tongue. Mark the areas of the tongue which could detect the sweet, salty, bitter and sour substances. So here you can different taste buds will detect different taste in the tongue. So now here what you have learned, animal nutrition includes nutrient requirement, mode of intake of food and its utilization in the body. The human digestive system consists of alimentary canal and secretory glands. It consists of the buccal cavity, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, ending in rectum and finally anus. Then you have studied the main digestive glands which secrete digestive juices are the salivary glands, the liver, the pancreas and the stomach wall and the wall of the small intestine also secrete digestive juices. The mode of feeding vary in different organisms. It will be different in different organisms. Digestion is a complex process involving ingestion, taking food inside, then digesting the food particles, breaking down into simpler form, then absorption of the nutrients and minerals in the blood, then assimilation, distribution of the nutrients in various parts of the body, and then unwanted material of the food will go for digestion. That means it is an excretion of the unwanted, undigested part of the food. Next, you will see exercise. Here you will have filling the blanks. This you will write in your fair notebook. The main steps of digestion in human are dash, 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 dash and dash. The largest gland in the human body is dash. The stomach releases hydrochloric acid and dash juices which act on food. The inner wall of the small intestine has many finger-like outgrowths called dash. Amoeba digest its food in the dash. Next, you will have mark T if the statement is true and F if it is false. Digestion of starch starts in the stomach. We have to mention true or false. Next, the tongue helps in mixing food and saliva. Again, true or false. The gallbladder temporarily stores bile. True or false. Next, the ruminants bring back swallowed grass into their mouth and chew it for some time. Again, you have to mention here true or false. Next, you will have tick the correct answer in each of the following. Fat is completely digested in the stomach, mouth, small intestine, large intestine. So, you have to tick the correct one. Then next, you will have water from the undigested food is absorbed mainly in the stomach, food pipe, small intestine, large intestine. So, here also you will have to mark the correct answer. Now, here you have matched the items of column 1 with those given in column 2. So, column 1 you will have food components, carbohydrates, proteins, fats. Column 2 will have products of digestion, then fatty acids and glycerol, sugar, amino acids. After this exercise, you will have a video on digestion in grass eating animals. So there you will understand in that video how digestion takes place in grass eating animals, the various part of the digestive system. You will enjoy the video, children.
We have studied digestive system in humans. Let us now study the digestive system in grass eating animals. All of you must have seen cows, buffaloes, and other grass-eating animals chewing continuously, even when they are not eating grass. Do you know the reason why these animals are continuously moving their mouths? Let us explore this. When these animals eat grass, they actually quickly swallow it and store it in part of the stomach, which is called rumen. In rumen, the food gets partially digested and is called cud. Now again, the cud returns to the mouth in the form of small lumps and the animal chews it. This process is called rumination. Therefore, these animals are called ruminants. Now, you might think why these animals don't chew the food properly at the time when they eat it. The answer to this is to escape from the predators. They quickly eat grass and move ahead from that place. After chewing, the food reaches the stomach for complete digestion. Ruminants have a large sac-like structure between the small intestine and large intestine, which is called as cecum. The grass, which is the main food of ruminants, contains cellulose. It is a kind of complex carbohydrate. The cecum contains symbiotic bacteria which digest the cellulose of the food. Humans and many other animals do not have these bacteria, therefore cannot digest cellulose. This is how the digestion takes place in animals. We have already learned the digestion in complex organisms like human and ruminant animals which have complete digestive system.
Thank you, children. Have a nice day.